Alright, I'm just trying to see what it consists of to go live, essentially. I rarely do it on YouTube. So I have absolutely no idea if it's even working right now. Ah, looks like it might be. I have absolutely no idea if it's even working right now. Ah, looks like it might be. Cool. Actually, let me open that back up. Even working right now. Ah, looks like it might be. Cool. Actually, let me open that back up. Even working right now. Ah, looks like it might be. Cool. Sweet. Okay, so let me... Sweet. Does this happen at all? No, it doesn't. All right. So here's why I'm doing this. I don't know if his name is I'm a Zing Mind or Amazing Mind, I'm guessing. I'm leaning toward Amazing Mind. Wanted to, or just asked essentially about a horn in this. And I thought to myself, I asked this a lot when I was first starting out, like what went into a song. Or if I heard a sound in someone's song that I really liked, I would always try to contact them and be like, what did you use for this? And to be completely honest, I rarely ever got an answer from any of those people. Pretty much never, actually, except for like a few, like James Woods, and a few others. Not the actor. There's a composer. So essentially, I was gonna put together a quick video just show what kind of went into it because I think it's, I don't know, pay forward really. I think it's cool when people do that stuff when they kind of try to help out. So with that said, this is the save file for the song, and I usually create all the tensions, evac, ambient all in the same save file because I have all the tools there already. So if you can tell, there's a lot of versions of this song. I mean, the last like version I'm working on is like 40 minutes into this save file. So every one of these, the song that's uploaded, 3 minutes and 36 seconds is essentially this little bit right here. So, and I believe the one I actually went with is this one right here. That's the one on SoundCloud. And then we start getting into evac potential and tension and stuff like that. So like this is the current evac I'm working on. Current version of the evac I think I like that I'm working on. Which I guess I could probably sample. Here it is. So this is the one on SoundCloud. Okay, so what goes into it? So I use Omnisphere heavily, like, gosh, probably way too many people out there. But I also have a lot of native instrument, or I should say plugins that utilize Contact Player from Native Instruments. So two of the popular ones I like is Majestic and what is it? Ambient One or whatever, Albion One. Oh, and of course I like the Giant, which is an awesome piano plugin from, I want to say, it's not 8DO because 8DO doesn't give you the library file. I forgot who did this one. Maybe it was actually Native Instrument. I can't remember. But yeah, I absolutely love that one. So for the very long pattern, it is from Spitfire's Albion 1. immense hold down. I freaking love it. Basically what this is like a shepherd tone. So let's go over here. It's the kind of thing where it's just constant rising tones in front of each other. So it always sounds like it's building, and actually it's not. It's staying pretty consistent, but always sounds like it's driving a swell upward. And it's very long. Very, very long. So what this is, for people unfamiliar with this particular DAW being a digital audio workstation, this is a volume fade. So here's the volume slowly rising. Down here, you also have the same thing. And that is also part of Albion 1. I like the hybrid orchestra, and they actually just gave like a free update to it that is awesome. Added more to, I think it was, yeah, it added this right here, and these are phenomenal. So that is, once again, another shepherd tone. I think that one's closer to like the definition of a shepherd tone than maybe the top one, but okay, moving on. This is my favorite giant. I use this all in the original soundtrack, the No Room in Hell 1 soundtrack. Arpley, for example, was made almost exclusively with, I should say it's called Urgency, but it's the theme to Arpley was made almost entirely with this plugin, because this one can also do noises. So if you, does that sound familiar? That is basically the percussion for all of Arpley. So basically, Arpley, I just challenged myself to do a song almost entirely with just piano sounds, and Arpley not only utilizing that, or just me kind of challenging myself with that, but it also, I was trying to make it sound like a train. It kind of had that, like, I don't know, that melody like a train going down a train track. Anyhow, let's see, we have, I am gonna just guess right off the bat that this is Omnisphere. Yeah. So this is from, I really like, what do they call it? I forgot. The Unfinished. The Unfinished make really good presets, and they might throw you back a pretty penny, but I really like them. So this would be a clearing off of that. And I often go in and kind of tweak it, you know. In this case, I think this is pretty much the bare bones preset, but a lot of times you can, the nice thing about Omnisphere too is you can go in and you can actually change from just a gigantic list of stuff, like what sounds it's actually using, whether it's two sounds together, one sound. You can change each individual sound as far as how much is amped, you know, like what its actual pitch is. A lot. And then of course you get a mod wheel with it, you know, how much expression it's going to have, it's going to sustain or not. So I mean, just endless possibilities. And then of course this is essentially your visual mod wheel that you can mess with. Okay, moving on, we have this again. So I already know this mixes with another string, because you get that almost like stereotypical horror zombie, like very eerie high note. Which that is this right here. So this is another Omnisphere. And then actually, I don't think I ever use it, but it also goes low. I'm not sure if I use that in anything. But I think I got rid of the low because it like legit hurt my ear. It hit this certain frequency that like made my ear feel really weird when I heard it. And I figured I probably shouldn't use it if it's causing physical discomfort. Just seems like a rule of thumb. Anyway, so that's Omni 4, so that's weightlessness. And yeah, that is also under Lost and Found from the Unfinished. Now, I will say if anyone has Omnisphere but they don't want to shell out, or they're questioning if they want to shell out any money, I know you can actually go to the Unfinished site and they have like a bunch of trial stuff, like little trial packs that you can try out. They have just like a huge assortment, or just like small sample, like maybe 10 plugins from each pack of theirs that you can try or something like that, all in one big pack. And they had a Christmas pack a while ago too. Like, so, I mean, you can actually get some pretty decent ones for free off their site, if you're questioning if you should support them or not. But I'm actually a fan. I think I've gotten like 3 so far. Yeah, I've Lost and Found Colossus and Horizon V Deluxe, and that, or Horizon 5 Deluxe, sorry. And then I have a Christmas pack somewhere. I think it's on my laptop that I use that one. I haven't put it on here yet. And that was like a Christmas present, so it was free, and it's actually very good. I think it's still on their site. Moving on. This is once again weightlessness. Isn't it? Or is it not? Yeah. Oh, that is the lower one. Whoops. I talked all this trash about it, and it turns out I used it. Maybe by itself it hurts, but I think when it's mixed in with everything else, it suppresses how dominant it is, so it doesn't hurt. Once again, that is the same as what played over here. And let's see, number 10, that would be magnetic fields. I think this is actually a free plugin. I'm not 100% sure. I forgot who makes it though. I'm almost certain that was free. I'll have to verify. Anyway, that one sounds like this. But probably... I don't know why it is not making sounds. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I really like that. I use that as a little bit of static to kind of aid in the transition and the introduction of this, which is the hits, I believe, which would be, let's see. It tolls for thee. So basically a bell and hit kind of thing. Which is so fucking ominous. You know what it reminds me of is Trigun. Trigun, the anime, had a bunch of like really weird hits like that kind of just mess with you. Whenever Knives was around. No, not like that. More like... yeah, something like that. Reminds me of it. Anyway, so that's this hit right here. Sounds like that. see. Moving on. This is... Okay, so I think this is what Amazing Mind was actually wondering about. The horn. So this is from Majestica, and it is brass, and I think he was wondering if I actually recorded myself. Did you actually record? Or they sampled? So in this case, it's sampled. It's I highly suggest, or I'm a big fan of Majestica, and I should say I'm always hesitant to suggest it to people who are kind of just getting into music. I have no idea if he's just getting into anything, or what his deal is, but I know a lot of the people I talk to or who reach out to me are just getting into it, and I wouldn't suggest Majestica to anyone who's just getting into it because it's very limited in its scope. I mean, it's essentially just strings and some brass and a little percussion. And though it's a phenomenal plugin, it's also $600. Like legit expensive for someone just getting into it. Whereas Omnisphere 2 is $500, but it gives you like 44 gigs worth of, high quality samples that you can use and mold and just make just insane sounding things. So just a much larger scale to what kind of songs and sounds you can create with Omnisphere as opposed to the much more limited scope of Majestica. So I mean, if you have disposable income or you just get to the point that you have all these other plugins, you need this more refined strings and that kind of sound, then yeah, totally, Majestica, awesome. But if you want the most bang for your buck and you don't have a very diverse library, man, by far Omnisphere 2. Even though, I mean, once you have it, you'll start hearing sounds in it that you recognize from just about every anime or TV show you watch, because that happens to me. I'm just like, oh my god, that's that plugin. Or like, and I can actually legit give an example right now. Watch this. So, ever play Titanfall? Titanfall's menu and half its songs use this. Seriously, if anyone's played it, you will recognize that in a heartbeat. I mean, and everyone does it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's there. But you'll find little shreds of Omnisphere in just about everything out there. And for good reason. It's very good. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Here's my beloved piano again. That would just be, I don't think that's Bell Tolls for Thee. That is, or Tolls for Thee. Big Boomer Diffusion Strike, which I believe is just built in Omnisphere. All right. Sorry if I blew out anyone's ears there. So, let's see. This fades into... Let's move that. What are you? This one, once again, Albion 1, it definitely has some range in what you can do. Be it more classical sounding strings, which actually, I gotta say, I usually jump back and forth between Albion 1 and Majestica. They're both almost equally as expensive, unfortunately, but you actually do get a little more range. You get great strings, but you also get a lot of interesting synth sounds with Albion 1 from Spitfire. So that is that. That one is CHX Hold Low. So then... Almost sounds doomish, but I like it. And the man of the hour, my absolute favorite, which once again is Albion 1. More big chords, please. Anyway, sorry, I got carried away. Yeah, so that's this one, and I freaking love how it sounds. So, yeah, this is literally it playing in file. There's the hit. So, yeah, if you look, I mean, this 3-minute something song right here in this save file is just microscopic compared to everything else. There's just so much going on. So then, I mean, what I did is, because that horn is sampled, what I did is I actually recorded it, or basically separated it, exported it, imported it as a WAV file, and then I reversed it. So now it sounds like this. Which I like. So I'm using that in the evac, and I guess if you've actually watched this far, I'll just sample the evac and give you a little example of it. This is a work in progress, by the way, so be gentle. Piano. Yeah, so that's one of the multiple versions. Here's another version, another version, another version, another version. And then finally the one that I use on SoundCloud here. So, and then there's a whole bunch of versions that didn't hit SoundCloud. For example, I think I made one, where is it? Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. This is not the one that hit SoundCloud. This is a different version I made because I wanted to get rid of this. So, I'm sorry, I forgot this. This is what plays right before. So this is actually the SoundCloud one before the, yeah, my bad. So this part plays. That's my bad. I forgot about that. I totally forgot. Yeah, so slightly different. Slightly different. So basically, this version just lacked that ARP right here. So this would be if I didn't have like the more intense, or kind of like the buildup of that ARP, so that ARP kind of kicks in for a little while. And then you would have this. So I wanted to hear what it sounded like without it, and then this is, of course, what it sounds like with it. And this is the one that is on SoundCloud. So in this is, of course, Omnisphere, and once again, it's from, or based off the Unfinished, which I think this is probably the bass thing. I don't think I messed with this one out. Jazz guitar and fingerstyle, and like I said, you can literally go in here and like Japanese children's choir. Looks like you don't even hear them. So different jazz guitar, which probably won't change it. No, you can hear a little different. Just remind me not to save this. Bunch of different attempts. This actually, built in the exact same save file, I believe is, yeah, this. I'm pretty sure. And I think the version that made it is this one. That would be on my second Omnisphere plugin, number 4. Surprise, surprise. This one I kind of like this. Let's see. It almost sounds like there's someone like, I don't know what kind of chant that would be, like Tuvin? I forgot how to pronounce it. But anyway. And number 3 is Light as Air. And then I believe this is going to be back at, yeah. That's pretty much it. So I just wanted to kind of try to be more helpful than just responding being like, no, it's sampled. You know, I don't know. So I hope that helped. I hope that could be of use to someone. So that's about it. Holy fuck. Okay, sorry. Swears, sorry. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. And now you can watch me awkwardly close this.